So the mailman finally complained about our mailbox. I put it up, you know, well, I made a video about it. Put it up when we moved here. It was a nightmare trying to get a new address here. I mean, there wasn't an address. What it is it used to be an old rural route, and now it's a city street. You know, they renamed the street. Anyway, so not even the electric company had it. So you have to go through 911 to get a new address. I don't know. It was a nightmare trying to get an address. But anyway, we finally got an address and got the mailman to tell us where to put the mailbox. We put it up, and it has been the most abused mailbox I've ever seen in my life, that I've owned, I should say. It's been ran over, kids knock it over. So mailman finally complained today, and I didn't understand that. You know, if people are bashing up mailboxes in town, I thought it was their job to kind of report it to the postal people so they can come out and do an investigation. But he told me I was gonna have to get that fixed. He said, I was just down the road and told him I'm not taking mail over to their door all the time. Okay, well, I always run up, so you don't have to take it to my door. Anyway, it was about ready to fall off again. So we put a plastic, one of these plastic pipes. Let's see if I can find one. I don't know if I have one. Anyway, it was a sort of a plastic, I guess something like that, yeah. So we slammed that on there as tight as it would go because the metal pole was bent. And hammered that down and put concrete on it, put new bolts on it, so it's a little bit more sturdy. I mean, we concreted that thing into the ground and it just wobbles around, so. But I had to get the beast out because I needed to straighten the pole enough so I could get that plastic piece on, so we used the winch, and it died. Well, I figured it was because it was on a big slant on the hill. I mean, it's a huge hill. So I just coasted it down here and started back up. It did start back up, but boy, it was running terrible. Just terrible. I had to run it on choke, and then we pushed choke back in. It was starving for fuel. It wasn't surging, but it was coming down on RPMs quite a bit. So I decided I'd just go ahead and clean the carburetor. So I took it off. I haven't worked on a carburetor in months. I mean, business just completely died. So I took the carburetor off, put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it runs great now. I had a little problem with it over the summer, and I thought about cleaning it then. I ran up on a ditch, and I think the float got stuck. So I just shook it, put the carburetor back on, and it worked. And I think that's what is happening, is the float was sticking in there. And it might have been what was going on with this too, was the float was sticking. It would seem like it was getting too much gas if the float was sticking open. So anyway, maybe it was sticking shut. I don't know. But whatever the case is, I had to choke it, so and it repaired the problem. What else going on? There's not much going on. So yesterday's video, I was telling you about my mindset and how judgmental people are about me. You know, I have to adapt to society, not the other way around. And I really went into a rant in that video. I edited down yesterday's video down 16 some odd minutes, but the original video was 19 minutes. I was pretty upset, and I'm not going to tell you what happened because that's what I edited out. I mean, I just went off. But some of the nicest people in the world, you know, they call themselves Christians, they go to church. And I guess I just don't understand. You know, in yesterday's video, I was talking about lying. People lie, white lies. And I don't even know what the results of that video is going to be. I'm sure today, when it finally gets released, people are going to say, I don't lie, I don't lie, I don't lie. And so it almost makes me feel like people don't even realize they're lying. And I don't know how to explain this. A white lie, a white lie. And I even said Google AI tells white lies. you'll ask it, how should I handle this situation? And it'll say, well, just say, oh, I know one of the things is right now I'm not busy at all. And I was asking about something. Oh, I know what it was. Somebody asked me to work on a lawnmower that I've already declined to do service with. It was a difficult customer, and I didn't want to deal with them anymore. They wanted everything done on warranty. So I asked AI, what options did I have? Well, what could I say so I didn't ruin my reputation, but I could still stick to my guns that I just don't want to work on his equipment? And it says, well, just tell him you're busy. And I thought, but I'm not. Why would I say that? First of all, it's a white lie. Or it's a lie. I mean, however you look at it. I mean, so even the programmers of AI, or the training of AI, or whatever, has so adapted to just lying that now we're telling the computer to lie. And I told the computer, that's a lie. Why would I want to lie? And once you question AI about telling a lie, it will correct itself. You're right, I shouldn't have done that. And I find that amazing. So, but the other thing is I'm going to get caught in that lie. Later, he's going to call again and say, are you still busy? When can you work on this? Or, it would be another question, and then it would be another lie, and another question, and another lie, all because I don't want to work on it. So I just said, well, I think maybe the best thing is since you really don't have an answer, is I just tell the truth. You want everything done on warranty. You don't want to pay. You always complain when I charge, and then you want everything fixed on warranty. And that's the direction I went. I mean, what else can I say? It's the honest answer. I'm looking at Girly. She just went underneath the camper. She's been laying around a lot today. It has me a little bit worried. She's the older one. Now, I don't know if she's going in there to play. They have been going in there to play, but I don't want her laying underneath there. When she first got here, she was laying underneath here, and it was hard to get her out. So, back to lying. So, the thing is when you question the person lying, oh, I know what I was going to say. So, what else could I say but the truth? He might be offended. Or he might even say, that's not true. Well, of course it's true. Why would I turn down business from you if I was making money at it? If I'm not making money at it and everything's a warranty item, when you bring it in, you say, hey, you see what's wrong with this? I changed an air filter, and the next day you come in and say, you worked on this yesterday, it's not running again, and it's like the trigger's broke on a weed trimmer. He literally did that. And he wanted it on warranty. And it was, air filter, trigger is broke. Oh, she came back out. That's good. Let you guys see him. I like it when Girly gallops, the white one. She's just so old. So, anyway, I'm sure that the repercussions of today's video, or yesterday's video, is going to be pretty severe. I'm sure that people are going to be upset about my concept of lies. And I've heard people say, well, telling a white lie is not bad. To me, I don't know. Oh, look at them. Boy, they're really exploring. To me, it is bad. Look at that. To me, it is bad. And I don't see any reason in doing it. It only, well, to me, it just causes me stress. I just don't like to lie. I sit around dwelling about it forever and thinking about, okay, should I have done it this way or done it that way? But even if it's uncomfortable to tell the truth, there's nothing else to say. You don't have to justify it. Even if you mess up. Let's say I did mess up that trigger. Oh man, I messed up that trigger. Well, if I messed it up, then I got to replace it. That was on me. to lie about it doesn't, I mean, that kind of lie would be pretty serious. You lose your reputation. And then you get gossiped about. I'd rather be gossiped about saying the truth. Let's say this guy gets on Facebook. He won't work on my mowers. All I got to do is reply, yes, sir, I don't work on your mowers. You wanted me to fix a trigger on a warranty because I replaced an air filter. The logic is there. Nobody's going to think that I should replace the trigger because of an air filter. Boy, she is really being active. She's been laying around all day. Now look at her. She's climbing the wood pile. You okay? Red's not even doing that. She's over here. Where'd she go? Red's like, I'm not walking through that thorny bush. You nuts? There she is. Been running the generator a lot today. Had to do laundry, and of course it's cloudy. And so we got that, and then I had to charge the batteries. I had to run it last night because I went to the store and the freezer was running all night. Then I had to run that ultrasonic cleaner for that carburetor. So it's ran quite a bit today. But it's a good generator. We're at 275 hours. I changed the oil today. So I'm really happy with it. That was a pretty cheap generator, and so far it's ran pretty good. The only time it's not ran good is twice I've shut the fuel off. There's so many shutoffs on that. You got the cap shut off, then there's an actual shut off, and I carried it up here today, and I guess my leg bumped the shut off, and so, well, I think I'm gonna jump off of here. So if you'll click the up next box to take the video over to my other channel, really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope I can inspire you. Tell the truth so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.